Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz on this Sunday. Hope you're having a nice one and a nice weekend. We're looking at daily hodl stories today. Crypto buying frenzy pushes Bitcoin to new heights. We'll let you know what they could possibly be talking about. AMB Crypto has this story. Bitcoin doesn't care about the Bitcoin ETF. eToro's Mattie Greenspan has that opinion at least. We're going to go back a few days to this article on altcoinbuzz.io and highlight some pretty important developments with the SEC, which has warned against fraudulent digital asset trading sites. India has also been in the news. We haven't really been able to report on it because things have been busy lately. But this story from yesterday on ZY Crypto, India considering harsh restrictions on cryptocurrency. And similarly here on Curious.com, India is reportedly looking to ban cryptocurrencies once and for all. And finally here on Medium.com, how to delegate Tezos XTZ with SimpleStaking web wallet and Trezor Model T. Let's begin first of all with a quick snapshot of the market. There's not really a lot to discuss one way or the other. However, I'd just like to begin as a baseline with a quick discussion as to where we are. Today, as you can see, we're pretty much flat, up 1.6% overall, sitting at a total market cap of 172 billion, but Bitcoin more or less flat on the day, up about 0.6%, sitting at $5,271 at the time of this recording. Moving on here to the daily hodl. Crypto buying frenzy pushes Bitcoin to new heights, plus the usual updates for Ethereum, Ripple, XRP, Litecoin, Stellar, Tron, and Cardano. So Bitcoin trading volume in Thailand, that's what the title is referring to, has soared 212% on peer-to-peer trading platform Local Bitcoins. The spike followed days of publicity surrounding a couple on the run who have garnered worldwide attention for attempting to live off the coast of Phuket, Thailand, in a seastead home. An early American Bitcoin investor called Chad Elwartrowski and his Thai partner Suprani Tebdet, also known as Bitcoin Girl Thailand, are accused of, quote, violating Thai sovereignty. So the Thai Navy seized their home and the story thrust crypto into the spotlight. It created a Bitcoin buying frenzy in Thailand. For the week of April 20th, Bitcoin trading volume on local Bitcoin spiked to 68.16 million Thai baht, which is worth roughly $2.1 million versus a trading volume of 21.8 million Thai baht, worth roughly $685,000. That's for the previous week. Sometimes it takes these anecdotal examples, I suppose, for things to be thrust into the spotlight. So look, I hadn't heard about that story. I'm sitting halfway around the world on the other side of the pond, but I do have a couple of friends in Thailand, so I'd like to know maybe if perhaps they've heard about that or it's something that's been getting media coverage. If it's in the spotlight, let us know. If you all members of the Altcoin Buzz Army are in that part of the world, maybe you are Thai members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, and this is something that's been on your radar, let us know in the comments below. And as per usual, dailyhodl.com has all the updates on Ethereum, Ripple, and XRP, Litecoin, Stellar, and Cardano, and Tron, and others most likely. So you can check that out if you're interested. And here on ambcrypto.com, according to eToro's Mattie Greenspan, Bitcoin doesn't care about the Bitcoin ETF. Bitcoin and its tryst with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is set to climax with the imminent discussion regarding the hotly anticipated ETF, which has everyone in the community on the edge of their seats. Or does it? Some are not swayed by this publicly traded Bitcoin product, stating that it'll have little impact on the overarching goal of decentralized currency. I kind of agree with that. And Mattie Greenspan, whose commentary we've covered before, he's the senior market analyst at eToro, he is of the same opinion. In an exclusive interview with AMB Crypto, the acclaimed market analyst chided the ETF, stating, quote, the idea of the SEC approving a Bitcoin ETF is basically saying that the government is going to approve something that the banks made. I don't think Bitcoin cares very much about that. Speaking initially about the Bitwise asset management report submitted to the SEC with reference to their ETF proposal, Greenspan stated that it addressed two key points. Number one, it shed light on, quote, market manipulation and wash trading, which the members of the SEC have voiced their concerns regarding. Last month, the chairman of the SEC, Mr. Jay Clayton, stated that he was on the fence regarding the ETF, stating the above reasons. Additionally, the firm also tabled a new method to calculate the net asset value based on the figures of 10 cryptocurrency exchanges reporting, quote, real volumes. Summing up here, the Bitcoin ETF would, quote, go a long way to providing liquidity to many players in the market, but are just another channel to access Bitcoin's investment capabilities. And these products are not, quote, built on actual Bitcoin, stated Greenspan. He described Backed service as, quote, incredibly positive, especially their plans of a credit card linked to a Bitcoin account. Overall, these developments will help the case of adoption, and Wall Street see an increase in volume by $1 trillion or so. But the goal of Bitcoin will always remain to become a ubiquitous, universal, censorship-resistant global money, and this will not change, concluded Greenspan. I agree with that sentiment. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I think the ETF may help move things along and push for new adoption, and there may be some old school financial types that all of a sudden are taking it seriously. But look, Bitcoin went from $0 in valuation to 20,000 per unit in 2017. That happened without an ETF. So it's not impossible that the next phase of Bitcoin's growth and development could also proceed without an ETF. But that's just the way I see it. Let us know your thoughts as always and your opinions in the comments below. Speaking about the SEC, let's talk about this piece from a couple days ago on altcoinbuzz.io by Ifenyi. SEC warns against fraudulent digital asset trading sites. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission and the CFTC have jointly warned investors about fraudulent websites attempting to operate advisory and trading businesses. The agency's alert comes after the 13-count indictment of 2 men for allegedly operating a Bitcoin scam investment scheme, which promised zero-risk returns as high as 50%. You may have heard about these warnings if you're living in the US. They were issued on the 24th of April by the SEC's Office of Investor Education and Advocacy and the CFTC's Office of Customer Education and Outreach, again published on the 24th of April. So staff from both agencies have recently observed crypto-related investment scams. In these cases, fraudsters pose as, quote, digital asset or cryptocurrency advisory and trading businesses. In other situations, they claim they can invest clients' funds in special crypto trading systems or mining farms. These fraudsters often claim their schemes can guarantee lucrative returns of about 20 to 50% with little or no risks. Unfortunately, we're still in the Wild West, everybody, and you still have to keep your guard up. It's a space that continues to be filled with hucksters and charlatans, unfortunately, but that's just the reality of it. You just got to stay skeptical, and the truth is there's no such thing as a risk-free investment, at least not one that's worthwhile, in my opinion. One of many recent crimes, according to reports, the agency's joint alert comes after a 13-count indictment of 2 men. They were accused of operating a Bitcoin investment scheme which promised zero-risk returns as high as 50%. So be careful out there, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, with your hard-earned income, whether it's in the form of fiat or in the form of cryptocurrencies. Stay guarded. If something sounds too good to be true, at least do your due diligence, at least dig into it. But often, if it does sound that way, it is most of the time. Just my point of view. Here on zycrypto.com, in another bit of a subject here, India considering harsh restrictions on cryptocurrency. A lot of members of the Altcoin Buzz Army from the Indian subcontinent have been pointing to this story. India has never been known as a crypto-friendly country, but now things might be about to get way worse for Indian cryptocurrency enthusiasts. The Indian government is thinking about implementing a new ban on Bitcoin and other digital currencies. According to one Indian government official who wishes to remain anonymous, the potential ban could include the, quote, sale, purchase, and issuance of all types of cryptocurrency in the country. It's one thing for any country, any government to come out and make that statement and say that, okay, this is now a punishable offense, whatever. How in the world are you going to enforce that? And this is one of the best points that I think John McAfee ever made. You could have every government in the world that says they're going to ban crypto outright. Anybody caught trading it could be executed. Let's take an extreme example. How in the world are you going to stop the internet from exchanging goods and assets that they deem to have value with each other? It's not possible, at least the way I see it. However, multiple government agencies in India have taken a negative stance toward Bitcoin and other digital assets. A regulatory committee that included members from India's financial regulators like the DEA, CBDT, CBIC, and the IEPFA took a public stance against cryptocurrency and stated that there had already been, quote, a lot of delay in taking action against cryptocurrency. They concluded that this is an urgent need to ban sale, purchase, and issuance of cryptocurrency in India. So this is something clearly that's developing as we're bringing you this news. If you'd like to read more about the details here, including some of what the Finance Secretary Subhash Chandra Garg had to say, then you can check out the rest of this article. This is also being covered on Curious.com. India is reportedly looking to ban cryptocurrencies once and for all. The government has kickstarted interministerial consultations on a draft bill. And according to a report by India's Economic Times, the government has kickstarted interministerial consultations on said bill, which has reportedly been shared with relevant government departments. Sources have revealed that several departments within the country's government have already backed the notion of enforcing a complete ban on, again, the sale, purchase, and issuance of all types of cryptocurrencies. The news should not take anyone by surprise, and it's not the first time we hear about India looking to ban cryptocurrencies. In fact, the government was looking to devise a legal framework to prohibit the use of digital currencies while promoting experimentation with decentralized ledger technology in October last year. The situation is likely to drag on, although a final law based on feedback from this consultation will be proposed to the new government, which takes charge following next month's election. And I can imagine that must be a very heated and a very important election issue. Let me know in the comments below, is that a wedge issue in India? How are people responding to that? The general public, is there a general sentiment among, let's call them the lay people that don't necessarily use crypto? Are they on board with these proposals for a full out banning? Give us a sense of the political and cultural tone. If you're able to report on that, it would be much appreciated, and let us know, as always, your thoughts and your perspective. Finally, today we have this update on medium.com, how to delegate Tezos XTZ with SimpleStaking web wallet and Trezor Model T. So if that headline sounded pretty technical, this is what the article about. It's a guide that will walk you through SimpleStaking's web wallet used in combination with a Trezor Model T. Here are the requirements. As a rule of thumb, verify and do not trust. Of course, check the website domains, app providers, retailers, and packaging. That's always a good rule of thumb. You got to make sure you have the following before you continue. You got to have an official uninitialized Trezor. That's number one. The Trezor wallet is Model T and not Model 1. You have initialized correctly your Trezor Model T and have the latest firmware installed. So that's 2.1.0 by Satoshi Labs. And you must also have Chrome or Firefox installed. Getting started, you can follow the rest of the tips here. This is a pretty lengthy how-to guide, but those are the basic requirements to get underway. And if you're using a Trezor, if you're interested in this update, we highly recommend that you check out this guide, this how-to in detail. And of course, we will link to it in the description below. With that, everybody, do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media and keep checking back into our website for updates and developments. It's altcoinbuzz.io. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications of our new content as soon as it is posted. I wish you the best of luck, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, if you choose to invest on this Sunday, but have a great tail end to your weekend. As always, enjoy yourselves, and I do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.